Welcome back to Racing to Win. Don't forget, on the website, hkjc.com, you can watch HK Direct. Of course, Edward Sadler, the presenter, and this week his special guest was Pat Cummings, and they spoke about our feature race on Sunday, along with the international horses heading towards Champions Day at the end of the month. Simply go onto the website, Multimedia Showcase, and HK Direct is right there at your fingertips. Let's have a look at the ninth race on the program, Class 3, 1400 metres. We've got a newcomer here called Marzouk, a former UK galloper, but he has had some issues with his tendons and has had some tendonitis as well. Champort was quite impressive on debut, I thought. Serafino wasn't disgraceful either. We go down to Comfort Life, who's won a trial leading in, and then all the way down to Friends of Nanjing, who's been very disappointing. Third run for the new stable. Sonic Fighter's the horse that's in form. He's won 2 of his last 3, and he's taking on the tougher competition, John.
Serafino showed good pace over 1200 on his Hong Kong debut, up to 1400 here. I can see him certainly leading them for a good chunk of this race. All Great Friends has gone forward. He's got to come from a wide position, so we'll probably try and get as far as near to the front as he can. Hard Promise gets a nice gate 1 and should position up just behind the speed. Good
debut from Champort, I thought. Here he is just galloping all over Green Card, who's generally not a bad track worker, so he's going very nicely, and he's come on. He's definitely improved from that run. He's dropped 9 pounds as well, so he's dropped a little bit of weight. He'll strip a lot fitter going into this race. Now, this is Go Public. He's just working here with Fight Hero. He's also racing Fight Hero later on, but I thought Go Public wasn't a bad piece from him. He just sort of took off there at the right time, and he'll come up a big price. Sonic Fighters look good in his starts here in Hong Kong so far, and he's doing it nicely down up in grade with a light weight and a low barrier draw. Looks like he could be a bit dangerous in this race.
I think my memory serves me correctly. Jenny made Go Public a long shot the last time he started, so maybe he is starting to come to hand a little bit. We're going to have a listen to what Sam Clipperton has to say about his charger in race 9.
Sam, Champort's had 1 run here in Hong Kong. You rode him on that occasion. What did you think of the performance?
Good performance. He was going into that race with the 3 trials under his belt, and that was probably as fit as he could get without having some racing. So naturally, he was always going to improve after last start, and I think he has. His track work's been exceptional, and very happy with him. So I'm expecting him to be very competitive on Sunday.
You've had a lot to do with him since he arrived here in Hong Kong. What's he like as a horse, and what's your overall opinion of him?
He's a lovely horse. He's got a lovely attitude. Even though he's a colt, you wouldn't think he's a colt. He's very laid back. Nothing seems to bother him. He's a real professional type, and he seems to have some sort of ability. So I'm looking forward to Sunday.
Sticks to the 1400 metres, but distance-wise, what type do you think he is?
I think he'll be a nice miler. I don't think he'll run much further than a mile, but he's quite a sharp sort of horse. But I think eventually he'll definitely get out to a mile.
Just for yourself, wins recently on Red Elise and also Solar Patch after perhaps a couple of quieter periods by your standards. Do you feel like your momentum's picking up this month?
I hope so. It'd be nice to finish off the last 3 months of the season strong. As you said, we've had a few quiet patches this season, but that's probably to be expected as well. You never know what you're going to get in Hong Kong, so just got to keep working hard and keep your head down and keep going.
Has it been a bit more challenging this season, though, after a terrific first season here?
Oh, for sure, 100% it has. But I feel like I've learnt a lot more this season. Last season was a bit of a blur, and I seemed to be going 100 miles an hour. Where this season I can really reflect and try and sharpen my craft.
16 winners so far for Sam this season, and hopefully more to come. Let's move on to Sonic Fighter. Now, this is the horse that's been a real revelation over the last couple of months, Paul. Won 2 of his last 3. And he gets a shot at the tougher opposition.
He does, but he comes in with in good form, as you mentioned. He's got barrier 4. He should get a good run with a really light weight. So, I think he'll run well again. I've got him in the numbers. I think he's a progressive horse.
Smiling Charm, Bingo, Vital Spring, all involved there as well. All formats worked out pretty well. He's progressive Sonic Fighter.
I must admit, the race prior to this, I thought he was a little claustrophobic between horses, but it didn't seem to bother him on that occasion. So that's obviously not something that really bothers him that much. Marzouk is the newcomer into the race, a former UK galloper. As I mentioned, he's had a few little setbacks. He's had some tendonitis back in October. What have we made of his form and trials leading in?
He's had 5 of them, 5 trials. He's 993, so he's not the biggest horse around. Look, he won over 2,000 metres in the UK before he got here, so I think he needs further.
Yeah, I think he's going to need further. The trials haven't been really awful, but they've suggested he probably needs a bit more work on him, and the light body weight as well is a bit of a concern. So yeah, I'd like to take a look at him first. Obviously, respect the connections, but I'd like to take a look at him first.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that too. But Joe Moreira, John Size has caught the eye of a few. He's only $9 in the early market. Who wins the ninth, Paul?
I think Champort is very progressive. He was really good on debut, ran a really nice 4th, and he's come on with his track work since. So we'll put him on top to beat. Now, Comfort Life, he's only had the 3 starts. 2 starts he had tough trips, both times wide. 3rd start was the all-weather. Forget about that. He didn't really go on it. Then he's come out and he's won a trial. And he's a big price. What's he now? He's come into 18. He was 25 earlier on. So I'm going to make him the long shot for the meeting. I think he'll run nice. He's definitely on the improve from barrier 5 with the informed Karis Teton. So good, they've written a song about him. Then Sonic Fighter there in for 3rd, and Go Public liked his track work. He's another one at a big price. He's 32. So we've got a couple of favourites, a couple of roughies in there. 4, 7, 13, 11, 7 each way.
I like Sonic Fighter here. He's won 2 of his 5 Hong Kong starts, and he's got a light racing weight here. He's got a decent draw again, and like I said before, the form of that race that he ran in last time has worked out pretty well, so he'll do for me. God of Dragon, absolutely thundering home last start. Hard Promise gets a good gate, certainly better than last time, and he ran well from gate 2 at Happy Valley 2 starts ago. And Champort, I think he'll go well. Slightly concerned about the old second up syndrome, but I still think he's got every chance of at least making the frame. But I do like Sonic Fighter lurking down there at the bottom of the handicap.